Hey YouTube, Messenger here. Today I'm going to start a new weekly series called Starfield Mods. I know a little bit behind, but I want to showcase some of the mods that I think make the game an overall better experience slash fun, more funner, if that's even a word, right? But the first thing that I want to do before we get into, I want to give thanks to all the people that enjoyed my how-to videos. I can't say this enough. Thanks for all the likes and comments on that. It was nice seeing other people be like, oh yeah, like I ran into this problem. Now I know how to do the mods and whatnot. So appreciation on that. And for the mods today, we got some music mods, we got some texture mods, we got some NPC mods, and then to top it all off, we got some super double cheeked up mod. I think you're gonna like this one. This one's it's pretty thick, if you know what I mean. And without further ado, let's get into it and let's see. Do you ever get this weird strong urge to destroy demons on Mars? Oh damn, I sure do. And guess what? We put a hole in Mars with the BFG 10K. Yep, there's a huge ass crater there. It's just a texture mod, don't worry. And guess what we find there when we land? That's right, 20 terramorphs. So guess what? We're gonna rip and tear every single one of them. Fucking kill them off Mars. We don't want them here anymore. They've been terrorizing the human race too much. But good thing I have my 12 gauge and my Doom armor to take care of these motherfuckers. And here's the mod for the Doom Slayer armor. This is what I used to take down those terramorphs, those 20 of them. They were some tough bastards, but you know, in the end they lost. That's what they get for messing with the human race, baby. Especially trying to fuck around on Mars. They found out for sure. All right, the next mod is a little bit more lore friendly. So the Star Wars ship FX Overhaul. So when you're shooting the lasers, you'll hear like the sound effects from like the Star Wars ships, remember? And it's kind of cool, you know. It's like, oh dang, like, you know, reminiscent of the old times watching Star Wars. And I know a lot of people are fans of Star Wars, so that's pretty cool. On top of that, the next mod is also a Star Wars sound effect, but this one is for the Orion, right? So the laser rifle, the Orion. So the Star Wars blaster sound replacement for Orion. Check it out. I was testing it out inside the hull of my ship. You know, obviously my ship doesn't take damage, it's too strong. And then testing it out on the computers, the stations, just making sure. Test it out on the med kit and my notebook. All right, so the next mod is for the people that enjoy EDM. It is the Astral MATAMIA music replacement. Of course, all the work goes to MATAMIA, right? But they replaced the music in the Astral Lounge, and I think it like bombs. It hits a lot harder than before, and this is pretty fucking cool, if I'm gonna be honest. It just goes hard in the paint. Just gonna have to wait for the dance mods to come out so we can actually dance around, you know, have a good old time. That'll be later. All right, so for the next mod, it is a texture mod for the CredStick, and that's right, Hello Kitty. It's a Hello Kitty CredStick. So this is super bright pink, and you won't miss it when you're like going through ships or dungeons or like little caves or whatnot. You'll be able to find this CredStick like sticking out like a sore thumb out in the wild. So that's why I ended up changing the CredSticks, and so this super bright pink. So whenever I'm looting, I can see this clearly, and it's not that hard to spot. Okay. So this next mod, it is the StarUI HUD. It is a rework of the HUD system, which I believe this is a lot better than what we had before. And as you can see, the inventory system, you'll see like what type of weapon, the DPS and whatnot, the weight, all that good stuff, like the cost value. And there is a configuration file, so you can change the coloring. It doesn't have to be blue like for the preset. You can change it to whatever like RGB colors you want. And also you can change the crosshair size, which is a big plus for me. Okay, so for this next mod, it is a retexture mod. It pretty much changes the look of the NPC character Andreja. It changes out the freckles and like the moles that she had on her face to just have like a quote unquote like clean look. Yes. As you notice here, as we zoom in to talk to her, yes, she had added the makeup. So it's like lipsticks, and then I think like they call it blush or something like that for the cheeks, and then like the eyeshadow and the eyeliner, as you notice here. All right, and that's pretty much what I had, because this is like one of my favorite companions. The other ones suck. So I had to add that for her. And the next mod, it is called the enhanced presets. So this is for the better dialogue mod out there. And the way I had it tuned, like I had it tuned so it would be like Cyberpunk. You know how Cyberpunk has like the dialogues of red and then the light blue, as you notice here. That's what I liked here. And so I was like, you know what, let me try it out. And it turned out I like it a lot better than what there was before, like where it's just like the white, as opposed to this. It can be kind of hard to see, but I usually like having the small subtitles. I have 2020, so I don't have a problem seeing. And you could also change the size of the HUD of the dialogue. You just need to go into the configuration file and go ahead and change it. Okay, so this next mod, it is probably the largest mod that you can download. And by largest, I mean straight up the thickest mod on Nexus Mods. This thing has that fucking Mewtwo build. It is thicker than oatmeal, if you get what I'm saying. What they ended up doing here, they ended up changing the character model. So the geometry, they ended up changing the geometry of the character model. Obviously, right? The shape and sizes were all boosted up out of proportion. I mean, just look at those assets. They're fucking thick, if I'm being honest. But you get the idea. And that is the top mod for this week. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right. Y'all take it easy. Peace out.